about the talent-wise? Because I know Vietnam, speaking the South, what you've been in general, the talent's there. The labor age is there. So with that two combination, which is pretty much the backbone of a lot of economy, what can be brought from there if the government does that extra push? What kind of regulation would you like to see, because you're in that field, to move this economy towards something? Either RFC or more of, I would say, bringing more high-tech zone into the area.
I think for Vietnam, probably goes English.
English, right?
It's a lot of English.
Yeah, but now the school,
Yeah.
school
They
is
started
everywhere now, right?
implemented that the English were put into the primary school syllabus starting from this year.
Right.
So for the next generation of Vietnamese to come out of English would be better.
Right.
And hence they can communicate freely with the global.
Right.
So I think that is one of the key issue that Vietnam has at the moment in terms of language.
Language.
Yes. Not so much on the skill set.
Yeah.
Because Vietnam, they're quite good in terms of STEM subjects.
Yeah.
So that's why for IT work, for high tech work, they're okay.
Right. Right.
But it's more on the language.
Oh, okay. So
It's the communication.
from your view, the language, but looking to 2026,
Yep.
do you think there'll be an explosion of leaning towards this language itself, or
No, the government is pushing in terms of semiconductor, for example, AI. Yeah, they're pushing in that direction, not so much on language.
Yeah, but I mean, it has to go along with hand in hand as well, right?
Yes.
So, okay, let's go to AI for example. Everybody's talking AI. What is your guys' take? Because you guys from two different sectors here. What is AI to you guys in your point of view?
Yeah, as a tool.
As a tool, well, obviously, right? But to what your business is.
I think for a lot of the Vietnamese companies at this juncture of their development, they may not need so much AI. My point of view.
Right.
My person.
I do use AI quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
AI is quite a useful analysis tool for us to shortcut certain processes, but it works because I operate out of a high cost based environment, so that replaces human headcount, right? My brother, who's a developer in Malaysia, also starts using AI.
Oh, okay.
Right, because AI is very useful in replacing some of his consultants. Right, simple things like generating marketing brochures, rendering graphics, sales graphics, etc. Right? These are all AI driven nowadays, and the kind of quality you get out of it is amazing. Right, he's invested in some tech businesses over there, where they use AI quite a lot to help in their coding and development. So, they are intensely working using AI and doing a whole bunch of that for 75% of the time, and then the rest of it is just debugging. Yeah, but what that means is from a team of 30 coders, they're now using 3 coders.
That's a massive drop.
Yeah, that's a huge drop, and right, what you are able to achieve with AI in 2 days is 2 weeks of human work.
Yeah.
Right.
Efficiency.
Efficiency is there, so the speed of delivery is there. Your headcount drops. Now, what does that mean now? A lot of efficiency gains. Where my concern with AI, and that falls back to education as well, right? Is how do you teach the next generation the basic skills we have? We can use AI because we have the basic skills to enable us to understand what's behind. But kids these days may not have the ability to learn, right? And that's a concern.
So if Vietnam is the emerging market, has recently upgraded, can Vietnam utilize these tools where all these are on the table? Do you think our population can, how would I lightly put it, enhance it in a way where make it useful? Because you don't have that much of capital to invest in. GDP is a little low per capita right now. Can these tools really enhance the next generation? Like right now, the ones in college, for example. Your brother from 30 down to 3.
Yep.
now Vietnam with this population, should we be in fear that's going to be reduced job availability, or can we kind of say, hey, you know what, these are the new tools, can we incorporate this in the life, the curriculum, to study? What do you guys take on that?
Vietnam has a large population,
Mm.
right? That's number one. It's hard to manage, right? Not everyone can be a university graduate. Not everyone can be, an office worker. So the real question is, from an administration perspective, how do you create enough jobs for the entire population?
Right.
That is number one, right? AI is going to reduce jobs. That's for sure.
Right.
Right. What I would be concerned as a leader right now is how do you bring up the base?
Mm.
Right? That's job creation. What spurs that job creation? If you follow the China model, they had a lot of prosperity because of big builds for 20 or 30 years, right? Which finally tailed off. And we're talking infrastructure builds, building new cities, right? Really investing into all these, even building what the international press call ghost cities.
Right.
But those ghost cities get filled up within a couple of years. Right? But that doesn't get reported.
Right.
Is that what Vietnam needs? Maybe, maybe not. Right? We don't know. But you need to get jobs for the population, get incomes going, right? Get affordability better, and then everyone's standard of living goes up. Then you worry about efficiency.
That's true, yes. So for investors yourself, and I know you invest as well. Would you kind of learn from the lesson that was 20 years ago, playbook from China, apply that to Vietnam market at the moment? Would you be looking for a certain investing style in a way that can be brought back into Vietnam? You see there's the same playbook there, is there common ground? If you have money or capital that you want to deploy, you say, hey, you know what, China's there 20 years ago, Vietnam is in that road, along the road.
Mm.
Would you kind of try to apply the same playbook in a way?
There are similarities, and it's also quite different, to be honest, right? I mean, the Chinese investors are some of the smartest in the world, right? They are already investing in Vietnam, but they're not investing that quickly in Vietnam, right? So there's something we're not seeing out there. I'm not seeing out there at the moment, so what's really holding them back? Right? I think administration might be one thing, because Chinese government is always been very powerful. So the central control has been very powerful. They're able to push through plans, right? They say, I want a city built there, a city gets built there.
Right.
I don't think that's the same in Vietnam. China was open to a certain level of international investment, but at the same time, a lot of their development was internally funded. China has always had very strong reserves. Vietnam doesn't have that as a fallback.
As a fallback.
Right? And that honestly is it is a concern, right? What happens when when shit hits the fan?
That's true, yes.
Right?
That's true.
Without international reserves, you are at the mercy of your bondholders.
Right.
So that is where I think it differs on this two, and how the growth in China was a lot more certain relative to here.
What's your take on that one, Mark?
I think for Vietnam, the strength of the VND is another issue. I'm sure a lot of people will be talking about it because we've seen the strength of the VND depreciating on a yearly basis.
Right.
And I don't blame Vietnam, right? At this stage of development, they have to make their currency low.
Right.
A bit like China many years ago.
Right.
So VND, I don't know how you're going to solve this problem because a lot of investors, they also think about VND strength before they invest in Vietnam.
Right.
So that's another issue.